Everyone, today we're back with another Roblox video, and I'm playing Universalis just like in my last one, and I'm running you through how to play the game. So I said I would make a video like this, but the first one, I think it's important to learn map modes. So if you're going to play this game, then the map modes are in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. Everything over here. And you start off with the political map mode, which is the big circle with the crown. That's basically what you should keep your game on most of the time, but obviously the map modes are useful as well. It just shows like the countries basically. Diplomatic, it's not really that useful. Oh yeah, I can't even check the map modes. Hold on, I have to pick a nation. Let's go with Transaxonia. So diplomatic, that's just your relations with everyone else. And if you click on a different country, then you can see their relations with everyone else. So let me click on the Ottoman Empire. Okay, there's a key over here, and it shows that they're allied with this big country here, and with this other country, but they're at war with, well, I think, Iraq or Karakayunlu. And then you can just check that out. Doesn't really matter that much. Economy, this is sort of important, but not really in the early game. It shows you how rich your country is, basically. And if you're playing in a place like Italy, then this is important because you can like flex how rich it is. See, like it's mostly green. But if you look at Russia or Lithuania, it's mostly red. It just shows how developed your country is. The next one is culture. This isn't really that useful, honestly. I barely use this one. It's only useful if you have like a lot of unrest and you want to know where it's coming from. Um, and Now on the topic of unrest, this is the unrest map. The more red the tiles are, that's how bad your unrest is. And unrest, if it gets too high or to 100%, uh, they will revolt. The province will revolt. So these provinces are white, which means there's no unrest, there's little. And if they're red, oh, perfect example, they're revolting. There's these little armies that spawn on the red tiles. And yeah. So if we look at this, the unrest here is 93%. And they might revolt sooner, like just like the rest of his provinces here. Anyway, that's an important one. Resources, it's not that important, honestly, because most resources are similar, except for gold, which is worth a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really use this one. Religious, again, this is important for unrest, so you're gonna have to convert the provinces that you overtake that aren't the same religion as you. So, yeah, or don't and call them, but I usually like to do that. As in, like, I like to convert them. National, this is a really important one. It's it says a lot about your country. So red is always missing cores. Sometimes your country spawns with this, sometimes it doesn't. Um, Most of the time it doesn't. But if you do have missing cores, that's a reason for you to go to war with a country to take back your cores from the past. The black is the capital. The green is all of your cored areas. And I don't have any claims right now, but I'll claim something. Let's claim this and this. And now if I click it again, I have a lot of these light blue squares. That's everything that I can take from another country. That's just that's what I've claimed. That's the land my country should have. Oh, that's what I think. That's what we think. And yeah, so that's basically that. And players, this is sort of useful. It just tells you who's playing around you. This you should probably take a look at it if you're in Europe because there's always a lot of people playing Europe, and it's pretty nasty if you're surrounded by like allied people. Yeah, it's not fun. But yeah, I guess it's sort of useful. And then there's also a couple more map modes, but these are the last few. If you click this arrow here, then there's five more. Each of them that I feel like they're all useful in different ways. So autonomy, if autonomy is like sort of dependent on unrest. If your unrest is really high, you should have high autonomy. Autonomy is just it's how much money you're getting from a province, basically. So if the autonomy is 80%, then you're getting 20% of the tax from the province. and you should generally lower it if you have low unrest, because then you just get more money. It's a win-win. But don't lower it if you have high unrest, because they'll revolt. Or it just won't let you lower it. Technology, it just tells you who has good tech and bad tech in the game. Red is bad, green is good, pretty simple. And then tech, you can upgrade it here in the bottom left of your screen. It's going to be a little icon. If I'm in the game for long enough, I can probably show you. So next one, terrain. I don't use this at all, but it's just how fast your troops will probably go in the land. So if there's mountains, they'll go slower, and if there's flatlands, they'll go normal speed, probably. I think that's how it works. Trade, this is an important one. These are all the nodes in an area, and there's a bunch of nodes in Europe. There's barely any in Asia. That's why I like to play Europe. So I have one called Samarkand. Yeah, I don't think it's good, but if you click on one of these nodes, then it tells you like where they transfer to and where they're being transferred. Hold on, I said that wrong. So the red lines, they mean that you can transfer from here to there. But if there's a green line, there's a green line here. That means that in this case, Gulf of Aden is transferring to Hormuz, and Hormuz can be transferred to Basra, I think. Yeah. Because Hormuz, if we click on Basra, it's incoming. So Genoa is actually the best node in the game because there's a bunch. Everything goes to Genoa. So if you collect from here, you'll get the most gold by far. Venice is also a good one over here, but not as good as Genoa. Okay, last one, trade power. This is also a semi-important one. So everyone has their own nodes, and everyone has different power of their nodes. If we take a look at Venice here, Venice probably has the most power of their node because they have a lot of trade power here. See, look, if the more yellow a province is, the more trade power it has over that region. So that's how much money it's going to get. See, look, or here, Benelux has a little bit of power over the the British node, the English channel, but they don't have enough. They don't have more than England itself, so they won't be getting as much money as England in this case. So yeah, thank you for watching. That's basically all the map modes you need to know. Generally, you stick to the main couple that I said, but just avoid most of them that aren't useful. And thank you for watching. Goodbye. I'll be making more tutorials, by the way.